Welcome back. Now, burnout is on the rise, especially amongst professionals, entrepreneurs, and caregivers. The City Hope Wellness Center has launched a 7-day mind and body well-being program aimed at identifying, treating, and preventing burnout through therapy, relaxation techniques, and holistic healing. Today, we're joined by Liina Amunyela, who is a center administrator, and Herman, Ksheeta, a registered nurse and executive director at City Hope Wellness Center, as we explore how this initiative is helping Namibians restore balance and rediscover self-care. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for making time to speak to us.
Good morning, and thank you for having us today.
Okay. This question goes to both of you. Perhaps talk to us about the City Hope Wellness and what inspired this 7-day burnout program. Liina, let me start with you, perhaps.
Okay, City Hope is a therapeutic center. We are focused on providing services such as couples counseling, treating cognitive behavioral problems, and we're not just limited to that as well. We also, like you said, the 7-day wellness program. So with regards to the 7-day wellness or burnout program, we were inspired to start up this program specifically because of the clients that we've been having. We noticed that a lot of our clients have deep-rooted traumatic experiences from work, mental exhaustion, stress that is not catered to or treated, that can potentially result in very catastrophic events like just walking into a workplace and start shooting your supervisor or assaulting somebody because those issues were not dealt with. So that is one of the reasons why we were inspired to take this up.
Herman?
Yes. Okay. With now the rise in mental health issues, so with City Hope Wellness Center, it's a new baby that came in the industry. So we have seen the need of the community. We have seen that people are suffering from quite a number of mental issues. So we are not only dealing with people that are confused, we are dealing with people that are exhausted, with post-traumatic disorders, especially when COVID-19 happened. A lot of people have lost their jobs. So things have started going hayway. And now we have a number of people who are on the street. Physically, they look okay, but mentally, people are not feeling well. Emotionally, the people are affected. Yes. Within their working environment, in their family, and also in their community. That's why we see, if you listen to the radios, you read the news, we have quite a number of things happening, and people are wondering why this is happening.
Now, Liina, for perhaps maybe burnout is often misunderstood. How would you define it? What are the signs that we should be looking out for? What are those unique things that we can help identify what a burnout is?
Okay, firstly, I'll start off by explaining that burnout is usually misunderstood with being tired or just being lazy, which is not. Burnout or laziness is just something that happens that time and it's done and over with. Burnout is something that's chronic, it's prolonged, and it's caused by excessive stress, like I said. And these stresses are usually because of now, say for example, work-related issues or the demand or the pressure to perform to your best abilities. Like for example, children who are at varsity or even in high school. Sometimes us as parents, we helicopter parent a lot. So we enforce on these kids to excel beyond what their means are without actually seeing how this is traumatizing these children to a point where when they feel like they failed, they even just got a B, you feel you're done. So high achieving also becomes a problem, and it causes burnout as well, because now you potentially put yourself on a pedestal where you think you can never get off there. If you get off there, then you're not going to be considered as being loved or being precious. The people who are high achievers always rely or they feed off on praise. So the moment the praise is gone, so does the burnout. It leads to depression. It leads to thoughts of suicide ideologies and whatnot.
Now, we understand that this program includes elements such as dance therapy, music, and crafts. Some might be thinking, how do these activities support the emotional healing and stress recovery? I mean, I'm dancing, there's music and crafts. How does it help me recover from a burnout or the stress that I'm having?
These activities are there to support, like you said, they are there to support traditional talking therapy.
Okay.
Imagine the whole week you're just talking. It becomes redundant, it becomes very boring. But when you include activities that also take away the tension, say for example, contemporary dancing. You've seen somebody, like, let me give an example of one contemporary dancer in Namibia, Stanley Mareka. When he dances, what emotions do you see? You see sadness, you see happiness, you see anger, all of that. So now imagine a patient. We're not saying they're going to be gyrating and the twerking of the Gen Zs and whatnot. I'm just saying it's the dancing that helps you to relax. It takes away the tension. You also learn to express yourself non-verbally with the dancing or with the music. Like for example, for myself, when I'm feeling, I'm going to be very honest, when I'm, say, for example, heartbroken, I listen to a lot of Giveon. That's all I listen to. And then when I want to pick myself up, I'll listen to, say, for example, Shekina, Fixated. Then it beats my mood up again. So we want to incorporate all of this. The art, you can also express yourself. And this is also, art is also a means for, like, the social workers and the psychologists to pick up on the mood fluctuations of the patients. Say, for example, you had a patient that came in who was in a dark era. So when they started painting, it was more or less just dark painting. It's gray clouds, nothing with color. So as the therapy progresses, you see that this person starts to implement color. The sky becomes blue, it's no longer dark. So it means there's a shift in their mood. There's a shift in where they were potentially at the beginning and right now, and it allows them to assess what is working for this patient.
What's working for this patient. Now, Herman, this program sounds quite intensive, but yet also elements of healing that are being described. For those that might be watching, what does a typical day in a 7-day retreat look like?
I think that one is for...
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm literally the one that drafts up the program and whatnot. So our program starts at 7 o'clock. It's like a drill sergeant situation. So you need to get in the format of routine. And that's one thing I realized, that people don't have structure in their routine. So we want to teach people how to structure their day. So they know exactly. So 7 o'clock, I'm supposed to be doing this and that and that and that. So that you don't overwork yourself, even outside, where you know, when I come from home, I'm going to relax. I'm not going to try and do work again at home, which will add to my stress again. So the daily routine in the mornings would be 7 o'clock, getting up. We wake you up with your herbal tea or whatnot, or your green tea. You do light stretches. And then 8 to 8:30, we'd have our breakfast. And then from 9 o'clock, now on a Monday, the first day would be where the clinical psychologists and the social workers get now to assess the clients. Because like I'm going to explain, on Sundays is where the bookings are. So Sunday is strictly for the psychiatrists to assess the clients, to book them in, and to diagnose. So on the Monday is strictly for the clinical psychologists, where they now assess to which group does this particular person belong to. Is it just work stresses, or is it post-traumatic disorder, like he said, or whatnot, so that they can find a balanced program depending on each individual. So we will be having activities such as spa dates, massage therapy. We will have a fitness trainer. I think his name is Nelson. He will be doing the fitness training. We will be doing the dance-a-thons. We will be doing the movements and whatnot, the stretches, the yoga, for those that want to do it. Because, you know, yoga is affiliated with belief and religion. So some people won't want to do yoga. So there is a choice of whether you just want to do deep meditation or yoga or whatnot. So yeah, that's how our activities or our day looks like.
Herman, yes.
Yeah, and it will also incorporate the deep breathing techniques, something that everyone else can do, even yourself. After a long day of work, stressed, you know, we have quite a number of stressors when we are waking up. So sometimes you just don't feel like going to work. You come here, you push yourself to the limit until you're mentally and physically and emotionally exhausted. So with this deep breathing technique, which we call relaxation therapy, you know, you would want yourself to relax in such a way that even if you are in your own home, you can take your mind, your body to a place that define serenity and relaxation. That's why it's something that will deal with your mind, something that will deal with the tension that is accumulated throughout the day within ourselves.
Within ourselves.
Yes.
Now, Herman, how would you benefit, how would most people benefit from this program, and how would people know that perhaps right now is a time to seek help?
In many cases, we find people that tend to ignore, especially people that mostly care about others. We have professionals, we have people that are like the nurses, doctors, we have people that works in the banks, you know, they're under constant stress. There are different crimes that are coming to you. And within this, not as we are human, we are not prone to anger and whatnot. But with this accumulating, some people tend to ignore themselves. Due to that, they have to take care of the next person. So you lose, in many times, these people start being moody. You know, the body start aching, the muscles start aching. Then you just feel probably it's just a normal being tired, not knowing that there's just excessive accumulation of stress related in your body. As the blood circulates throughout your body, there is more now carbon dioxide because the body is now working too much, and the brain is now functioning to an excessive level where it's not even taking the break. You're not putting yourself under pressure, and you ignore this part until 2-3 days later, when you notice that, okay, I feel down. Out of a blue, you just start feeling down.
Starts catching up with you.
Yes. So these are accumulative stresses related issues that are coming to you. So all these things, in many times, we don't pick up these things. We just, he's not in a good mood. Not knowing that the person is physically, emotionally exhausted. Yeah, so with this burnout program now, it will help you. Also, it will teach you on how to cope with stress, how to manage stress on your own. Before you come and deal with any other person, personal or any other people's issues. So you know how to take care of yourself, but you can take better care of the next person.
Now, as we begin to wrap up our conversation, and perhaps briefly, Liina, we know that burnout just don't affect individuals, as Herman also indicated, but they also have the ability to impact teams and workplaces. How can then businesses, perhaps, and organizations create healthier environments to reduce the possibility of burnout?
Well, my would be to always have an open policy when it comes to mental health issues. You know, I feel like a lot of workplaces still stigmatize people. You know, sometimes you want to talk to the next person, but you're afraid, okay, if I do speak about this, if I do speak about the stresses that I'm feeling, how will it be perceived? So I would really recommend that companies have a space where people can be open about things like that. They should also incorporate wellness activities, have company retreats with team buildings. All of those things alleviate also the stresses that come with being at work. Getting to know your fellow colleagues and whatnot, that helps a whole lot.
Okay. Now, perhaps, Herman, let me start with you as we conclude. How can people sign up? Is there any incoming intakes or that we should be look out for? Is there a website? Is there a number that we can be able to share for those that might be interested? Maybe they have a burnout and they don't know where to go, and perhaps your place might just be the one with the solution?
Most definitely. City Hope Wellness is actually just situated here in Windhoek West, so it's very close. It's nearby. It's in the center of town. So there's a contact number where you can contact us directly for a booking. Companies or corporate can come and book for, as Rina said, for team building. It's very important that people are out there for team building. And while they are there, they got to know each other. They got to learn on how to deal with one another, on how to handle one another at a certain level when they see that, okay, it's now today, he's not in a good mood. So how do I go about it? So you can always reach us on a WhatsApp number, which is 081 874 0602. That's our WhatsApp number. You can forward your queries, your questions, anything that you would like to know. Then we'll definitely help you on that one. And our landline number will be 083 722 5302. Any time of the day. So it's a 24-hour operational services. So you can give us a call. Or you can email us at cityhopewc@gmail.com. So we are readily available. Our professional teams will be there to assist in any way we can. And for any other companies that are willing to book their people for therapy and whatnot, they can just pick up the phone or take the phone and call us or WhatsApp us or send us an email. then we'll guide through on what is necessary and what to be done.
Okay. Well, Liina?
Yeah, just to touch base on the sign-up of the program. So our intake dates are on for July. It's on the 6th, the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th. So you, like Mr. Herman said, you can call any of these numbers. But when you do email for a booking or when you do WhatsApp us, always just indicate in the subject matter, burnout retreat, plus your name, your contact information. If you have medical aid, you're also listed, because I think that is a very important thing that I forgot to indicate at the very beginning, is that this program is not just centered around cash patients. You can also sign up as a medical aid holder. We accept CMS, NMC, NHP, all of the medical aids. So just find the time if you're ready to start the journey of healing yourself. Contact us and we'll get right back to you. And if you feel like you want to walk in, we're situated at number 10 at the corner of Beethoven and Mozart Street in Windhoek West. So you can literally ring the doorbell and walk in.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for making time to speak to us this morning.
And thank you so much for having us. It's always a pleasure to come and speak about mental health and all of the issues surrounding it.
Okay. Well, that was Liina Amunyela, who's the center administrator at City Hope Wellness Center, as well as Herman Ksheeta, who's a registered nurse and an executive director at City Hope Wellness Center, talking to us about fighting burnout. The City Hope Wellness Center holistic approach to the mind and body well-being, indicating that they are available. That is on their WhatsApp number on 081-874-0602 or landline 083-722-5302 or cityhopewc@gmail.com. Should you want to register and possibly receive the necessary that you have there, welcome. You're welcome indeed to contact those numbers.